You seriously can't get tired of this. Here it is, Ponto Malongane campsite. Beautiful campsite. Sound of the ocean in the background. 1 minute walk to the beach. The sound of nature all around us. It's approximately 6 in the evening. We've just completed the setup of our campsite and we will do a full walk around over the next coming days. We're really happy with the setup, but now we need to get some food in our bellies. It's day 1, night 1, and we are walking to some nearby restaurants, not too far from the campsite. We are super hungry and neither Aziza nor myself were happy to cook tonight, so let's see what we can get in our tummies. day 2 after the first night's rest. We slept for approximately 10 hours. The food last night was delicious at Mermaid's Cove, and what would a morning be without a cup of tea? This is what we're having for breakfast to accompany the cup of tea. Plain cultured coconut, blueberries and granola. The perfect way to start the day. This is our setup for the next 7 nights. The Jeep will be parked off. We're going to enjoy the area, and it is purely a beach holiday. These are the sounds we woke up to. Sound of the ocean, insects, nature. There's absolutely no breeze today. It is so still. The sun has broken through the clouds now, and we're about to head to the beach. I'm really excited about it. The nice thing about these storage boxes is that we're able to store things in a systematic way and store them away in the vehicle when we're away from the campsite. What's stored in these boxes are all the food related items that don't go in one of the cooler boxes. So a lot of the non-perishable dry goods are in these storage containers, and they are water and dust proof as well. This is literally a few paces from our campsite. So we're trying to determine where would be a lovely spot. As you can see, we have the whole of Ponto Malongane to ourselves. After a 30-minute swim in such clear, calm waters, we're going to bathe a bit on the beach. There's a bit of cloud cover, not too much of a breeze, but it's an absolutely stunning day to be at the beach. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've spent the morning at the beach. We've returned to campsite, and Aziza's whipping up a frittata. There'll be some spinach, baby tomatoes, egg, avo, and some lovely mozzarella cheese. Oh, look at that lovely white mozzarella and all the colors, the tomato, the baby spinach and the egg. It's almost 3 in the afternoon, and we're going for a stroll on the beach, and I think I might have a bit of a dip again. As we listen to the sounds of nature, we have this lovely rack of lamb ribs, lemon and herb flavored. These will be paired with crispy potato wedges. It looks divine. It's mouth-watering, I can't wait. The ribs will braai for approximately 10 to 15 minutes and occasionally turning. This is to ensure it cooks evenly. The fat is browned but not burnt, and we have a lovely set of succulent, moist ribs. Day 3 after the second night's sleep. We are greeted by sunrise breaking through the trees. Listen to those natural sounds. This is where we keep all our perishable items. It contains ice, and the ice can be kept up to 5 days, which means that all the perishable items are kept fresh. Every morning I have to drain out some of the ice that is melted, which I'll be doing now. You'll see that this safari cooler has a gasket with very thick insulating side walls. The ice that is situated on top here was purchased yesterday, so it's been approximately 15 hours. And there's still ice at the bottom of this cooler, which we brought with us initially on Tuesday. It is now Thursday. We're having a shakshuka. This will go very well with the pizzas. And after spending a good 3 hours on the beach, I think it was more than 3 hours, this is going to go down superbly. It smells amazing. This is done on a low heat, and then the eggs are put on top of the sauce. The idea is to ensure that the yolk of the egg is still runny, not overcooked. It'll blend in wonderfully with the sauce. Oh, that is cooked perfectly. We're having some impala shish kebab tonight. And for the impala shish kebab, we're choosing to have sweet pumpkin. Because game meat is not very fatty, the trick is not to keep it on for too long, so that the shish kebabs can retain its moisture and they still remain succulent. Start of day 4 after the 3rd night's sleep. Once again, it's a beautiful day. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we've got something special planned today. Before then, we're going to head out to the beach, of course, whilst it's still calm, for a lovely dip. After a short while at the beach, we're preparing a classic breakfast, minute steak and some eggs, and that would sustain us for the day. It's just hit 12 noon now, and the surprise is that we're going to take a stroll, hike, walk, whatever you want to call it, for about 6 to 8 kilometers all the way along the coastline from Ponto Malongane, where we are now, to Ponta de Oro. After a very enjoyable walk all the way to Ponta de Oro and back, approximately 12 to 14 kilometers, we're settling down for some dinner. Tonight it's Karoo lamb chops. First going to sear the fat, and then I'll cook them medium rare. Here I'm searing the fat 2 chops at a time. With the Karoo lamb chops, Aziza whipped up some lovely cream spinach. Very quick, done in under 5 minutes. Day 5 after our 5th night's sleep. Another gorgeous day. Looked like a bit of a storm was brewing last night, never came through. Today we have a slight breeze. We found a new spot at the beach. We're going to pitch up our beach shelter and enjoy the new spot. We have a lovely piece of ribeye steak. It's about 1 inch in thickness, and we are going to fry each side for approximately 4 to 5 minutes. Oh, what's a steak, especially a ribeye steak without some lovely fluffy mash made with some butter. Look at that. A lot of butter. Aziza's mash always hits the spot. This has been a unique camping trip for us. The Jeep has been parked for several days and the setup has worked perfectly for us. What we want to explore in the future is to see how quickly we can set up the camp and dismantle it if we have to use the vehicle on a daily basis for 4x4ing, for trails, or to explore the surroundings. This is the inside of the front runner rooftop tent. We've had some requests to show what it is inside. It has ample windows, ample space for the two of us, enough for a cross breeze. We've kept these only slightly open during the night to avoid any mosquitoes, but these have remained open here on top throughout our stay. As you can see, we've brought our own pillows and a duvet, although we haven't needed it because it's been so hot. And the dimensions would be 1.2 meters width by 1.4 meters. And the nice thing about the front runner rooftop tent is it has space here at the foot of the mattress to leave your shoes or whatever other items you'd like to leave. A sturdy structure with all these supporting poles inside as well as outside. And even though we're so high up, the highest point here being at least over 3.5 meters, when there's a breeze, it is still very firm. The material itself of this rooftop tent is very durable. This is our very rudimentary awning. It literally consists of some washing line tied to some trees and the roof rack and a heavy duty tarp cover. That's what we've been using for shelter and to protect us against any rain. For the future, we'll be considering other options, looking at what 4x4 awnings there are, how it can attach to the roof rack, and what works best for the setup. But as I said, it's very rudimentary and was more of a contingency more than anything. I thought I would show you inside the annex. This is a front runner annex. It's compatible with the front runner rooftop tent. Very durable floor, waterproof of course. And as you step inside here, it has windows and an easily accessible entrance. We use the annex for changing, to keep our thermoelectric cooler and a few electronics during the night as well. We're very happy with the annex. There's something just Jeep specific or Jeep Wrangler specific. The fender flares and the tires stick out significantly past the body line. So what happens with the annex is that it does not sit flush with the body of the vehicle because of that. And I will show you a close-up now. It hasn't inhibited us from using the annex to the fullest extent, but just something to keep in mind if your particular vehicle has tires or fender flares which stick out past the body line. But in my experience, it's generally the Jeeps with that type of a body shape. This is just the minor issue to think about. As you can see, the full use of the annex is still there. It's just that some of the zips won't zip up entirely because the tire is pushing it. But really a minor issue. Day 7 after the 6th night's sleep. Overcast today. Had a bit of a drizzle a short while ago, expecting more rain perhaps later. Apparently there's a thunderstorm tonight. But another lovely day once again. And you guessed it, we're off to the beach. You seriously can't get tired of this. A short walk from our campsite, and this is what we've been experiencing for the last 7 days. We're almost ready to pack up now. The ablutions here at the campsite were fantastic. They are shared ablutions. Not too many people use each ablution, which makes it really nice. There's a reliable supply of electricity per campsite. So if you're wishing to camp here at the Ponto Malongane Dive Center, you have all the amenities that you need. It's day 8 after night 7, and yes, it's a change of scenery. We are currently at Ponto de Uro at the Ntutsi Lodge. We spent the night here and it's stunning. Treetop cabins with a serene forest atmosphere. It looks absolutely gorgeous after a night's rain. How's this for a view for breakfast? We are at Sky Island Resort, situated in Ponto Malongane. It has the most spectacular views. And last night when we arrived, we experienced the sunset here with that spectacular view. This is our final day in Mozambique. We're having a lovely breakfast at the Sky Island Resort and we'll be heading out a bit later. This is the main viewing point at Sky Island Resort. I'll tell you a bit about the weather conditions at the moment. There's a steady breeze, it's not strong enough yet, and we're assessing the weather conditions for something absolutely phenomenal coming up. How do you feel though? So Aziza is preparing for liftoff. Yes, you guessed it, this is paragliding. Paragliding in gorgeous Mozambique.
Okay, let's run. Run. Bye! Woo!
And we have liftoff. So Aziza's back from her flight. And the pilot is assessing wind conditions. Today the wind conditions are a bit erratic. So they weren't able to get enough elevation as they wanted to. So now he's searching, or hunting as he called it, for the wind. And hopefully we can have a more successful flight, and if the wind can play game as well, that'll be fantastic.
You ready?
Very ready. And enough time to think about it.
Okay, shall we run? Stand up, stand up.
Oopsie daisy.
Yeah.
There we go. That was an amazing flight.
That was amazing flight, man. Anyway, yeah.